and they were cursed
Very good. By who?
by the
Who?
four Kumaras.
Kumaras. Very good. Yes. So the Kumaras cursed them, and then finally Krishna liberated them because Shishupal was killed in the Rajasuya Yagya of Yudhishthira Maharaj in Indraprastha, where Krishna was the guest of honor, and Shishupal was not liking that, and he was he was making a lot of abusive words for Krishna and trying to humiliate him. And Krishna had given his word to his aunt, who is Shishupal's mother, that he will not liberate Shishupal until he does 100 offenses at the same time. And finally, he did it, and then Krishna liberated him. And then Dandavakra came after Shalva to attack Krishna, and then um, and Krishna liberated him with his mace. What is Krishna's mace called?
Kaumodaki.
Kaumodaki. Very good. So so then Krishna so there is Dandavakra and Vidunoda. The, they are like the brother of Dandavakra. They were also liberated. Vidurata, sorry, Dandavakra and Vidurata. And then we discussed about Balramji liberating Romaharshana, who was very learned but was a little proud, and he didn't acknowledge Balramji coming, so he took a piece of grass and touched um, Romaharshana, and Romaharshana left his body. And Romaharshana's son is Suta Goswami, who is actually one of the narrators of Srimad Bhagavatam we discussed in the forest of Naimisharanya. The son of Romaharshana is Suta, and he is actually telling all the sages headed by Shaunaka Rishi about all the wonderful pastimes of Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami coming together, because the Suta Goswami was present while Sukadeva Goswami was speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. So all this is connected, and it's very good that we are learning a lot of lessons. So the very essence of bhakti is to become humble. But if we start learning Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and then think we are great, then Lord doesn't like it. So we learned it with this pastime where Romaharshana, even though he was on the Vyasasan, he was not in the right mood. And that's why we are in Krishna consciousness. Everything is about our mood, what we think, what we desire, and what we are feeling in our mind. So thinking, feeling, and willing. This is the most important thing. And that's why we are all here to discuss about Krishna stories, because it purifies our consciousness, and all our thoughts will become pure, because Krishna is the source of all purity. So then we discussed about Balram killing this demon Balvala, who was hurting the saints who were doing sacrifices, and Krishna always protects his devotees. And then the big episode of Sudama or Kujela coming to Dwaraka. We discussed that, and how Krishna is so merciful. He made him a rich person, because Sudama will can serve the Lord better when he has a lot of money. We see that Krishna takes away riches from some devotees. Krishna gives riches to some devotees. It all is based on what will help them improve their Krishna consciousness. So, um, okay, so actually, we are very fortunate to have reached this far. This class and next class will conclude the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We would have finished this summarizing 90 chapters of the, the 10th canto, which is the face of the Lord. So today's topic, let's come here. This is the 82nd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, where everybody came to Kurukshetra. So Kurukshetra is also called Dharmashetra. We know from Bhagavad Gita, right? Dharmashetre Kurukshetre. So and how did it become such a holy place? Is because the Lord Parashuram is also an incarnation of Lord. He came and he killed many proud kings, 21 generations of Kshatriyas who had become very oppressive. Like because of their wealth and position, they were misusing their power and persecuting their citizens. And Parashuram like killed so many millions of kings, and their blood was fallen on the grounds of Kurukshetra, and that's why even today the sand in Kurukshetra, and Kurukshetra is in the state of Haryana in India, and the sand is still red, and then to atone for killing so many kings, Lord Parashuram, the Lord doesn't have to do any prayaschitta or anything, but to purify the place, he constructed many lakes there. They're called Samanta Panchaka. And these Samanta Panchaka lakes is where everybody has come now, and there's going to be a solar eclipse. And solar eclipse is considered to be inauspicious. So everybody comes and they're fasting and they're doing giving charity to the Brahmanas, and they're all there to pray and worship. But because they all came there before, they never met each other. The Vrajavasis from Vrindavan, and then the Dwarakavasis from Dwaraka, and then the Hastinapuris from Hastinapur or Delhi area, they all had come to for this worship, and because of that, the gopis were able to meet the queens of Krishna in Dwaraka, and there's some nice conversations that happened between them that we'd be discussing about today. So initially, the Yadu kings. So the different kings came from the different places. They were glorifying the Yadus, and Yadu is the dynasty of Krishna, where the Supreme Lord chose to be born in that dynasty, right? So Vasudeva, Devaki, and their dynasty is called the Yadus. So that's why Krishna is called Yadukuli. So everybody was glorifying this great dynasty of Yadus. Then the Yadus were glorifying Nanda Maharaj and the Vrajavasis who had come, because Nanda Maharaj and Vrajavasis took care of Krishna for 10 years when Kamsa was ruling and he was trying to kill all the kids, and very nicely taken care by Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men of Vrindavan. And we know that Vrindavan devotees are the topmost, so everybody always worships them. So then there's a discussion between Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. Um, they're showing their affection for Krishna and Balaram. Oh, Krishna and Balaram, we haven't seen you in so many decades now. They left when they were 10 years old, and now they were more than 100. And so many decades had passed. Uh, but their affection for Krishna never reduces, because they are always in the love of separation. So they were still very intense with their love, and Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai took Krishna and Balram and placed them in their laps still, even though they were big men now. But for them, they are always in Vatsalya Rasa, thinking of them as their little kids. And then um, Rohini and Devaki. So Rohini is Lord Balramji's mom, and then Devaki is Krishna's mom. So they all glorify Yashoda Mai, who took care of these two boys so well. And Rohini Mata knows about all this because she was also in the shelter of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, because Vasudeva and Devaki were in prison at that time. So, so everybody is meeting each other, and and guess what's the topic? Not not the world economy, not talking about other people's bad things. So, what are they all talking about always?
Krishna.
Yes, they're always talking about Krishna. So Krishna Katha is not Grami Katha. They are always talking, or Gramni Katha, or it's called Prajalpa also. Like all the things we talk about on a day-to-day basis, they're just temporary disturbances. But when you talk about Krishna, that always purifies us. So they they only have eyes for Krishna. Everybody is talking about Krishna. Different conversations are going on. In the meantime, the gopis take Krishna to a secluded place. This is the same Krishna who is their greatest beloved, and they were missing Krishna so much. And then Krishna is very playful. He says, "Oh, gopis, do you remember me?" So these gopis have been thinking about Krishna every day and every night, even though Krishna was not with them. And Krishna was trying to be a little goofy to them, and they were in no mood to be, uh, ridiculed or joked about. They were using every second to glance at Krishna, their most beloved person. And the queens of Dwaraka, we discussed how Krishna expands himself and is with each wife every day in Dwaraka. But the gopis, they haven't seen Krishna, and but still they are more exalted than the wives of Krishna in Dwaraka. They are not even like officially married to Krishna, but they are always thinking and feeling and desiring to be with Krishna all the time. So the gopis are the topmost. So they were even cursing that their eyelids are closing for a millisecond when everybody's eyelids close to put a nice film of water on the eye so that the eye does not get dry. So the gopis were saying, "Oh, why did Brahma make eyelids that close? Because even for that millisecond where we close our eyes, they don't want to close their eyes. They want to keep gulping the sight of Krishna with their eyes." So they are making use of every moment with Krishna. So with a lot of absorption, they are um, they are more perfect than the mystic yogis. And Lord Krishna consoles the gopis, and he says, just as the wind brings together masses of clouds, blades of grass, and wisps of cotton and particles of dust, only to scatter them all again. So the Creator deals with his created beings in the same way. So Krishna was trying to say some philosophy, like two pieces of wood that comes in the water, and then it goes away, and it cannot even probably meet in the same lifetime again. So similarly, Krishna was trying to say all the philosophy, but gopis, they were just wanting to be with Krishna and here. So so Krishna says, rendering devotional service to me qualifies any living being for eternal life. But by your good fortune, you have developed a special loving attitude towards me by which you have obtained me. And Krishna has already said during the Rasa Leela that the greatness of the gopis' love cannot be reciprocated because it is so exalted. Then the gopis pray, dear Lord, your lotus feet are the shelter of those in samsara and worshipped by yogis and philosophers. May those lotus feet also arouse in our hearts. So, all they want is to think about Krishna's lotus feet and surrender to it. And then So that conversation is going on. Then there is a conversation between Draupadi. Who's Draupadi? Anybody knows?
Prabhuji, the wife of the Pandavas.
Hari Bol, very nice, Shreyaji. So Draupadi is the wife of the Pandavas, and she is here. She doesn't know a lot about the stories, or she hasn't really met all the wives of Krishna, or how did all the 16,108 wives um, come into Dwaraka, like what is the story behind them? So uh, Draupadi is also a great devotee of Krishna. She's also asking the wives of Dwaraka, of Krishna in Dwaraka, what how did you become the wife of Krishna? Because that way they are discussing about Krishna. So first Rukmini says, yes, I was in Vaidarbha, and my brother didn't want me to marry Krishna. He wanted me to marry Shishupal, and my father agreed to my brother, though he wanted me to marry Krishna. But so all the stories was told, and how Krishna came in his chariot and took Rukmini away just after reading her letter to Krishna. How Rukmini ji wanted to be Krishna's wife and nobody else's wife. So Krishna came and took her. So that story was recounted by Rukmini Devi. And then Satyabhama said about the Samantaka jewel episode and how Satrajit, her father, had blamed Krishna for taking that jewel, and then Krishna had to go to the forest and get the jewel and bring it back, and when he and they offered the jewel and me, Satyabhama, as the wife of Krishna. So Satyabhama became the wife of Krishna. And then Jambavati, who's actually the second wife of Krishna, but the order of them speaking is Jambavati said, oh, when Krishna came to get the Samantaka jewel to the cave of Jambavan, the Jambavan and Krishna fought, and then he gave the Samantaka jewel and myself to Krishna. So that's how Jambavati came. Then Kalindi is is the personification of Yamuna River. She was doing austerities to have Krishna as her husband. So when Arjuna and Krishna were in the forest, um, Kalindi uh, Kalandi told Arjuna that she's been worshipping Krishna for many lifetime to become his wife. And then Arjuna told Krishna, and then Krishna took Kalandi to Dwaraka and married her. So, so that's the fourth wife of Krishna. And then there is Mitravinda. Mitravinda, um, Krishna had to go in a Swayamvar and capture her. Mitravinda really wanted to marry Krishna, but there were other soldiers and kings who didn't want Krishna to marry, and he had to fight. And then he took Mitravinda away and had a marriage in Dwaraka. And then Nagnajiti or Satya, she said how her father had 7 bulls and Krishna subdued all the bulls and married her. And then Bhadra's father is Krishna's uncle, and they always wanted Bhadra to marry Krishna because she really loved Krishna so much. So this was a nice arranged marriage. And then this is the story of Lakshmana, who is the eighth wife. Um, and that was not described earlier. So we all know how Draupadi got married to Arjuna and the Pandavas, right? So Arjuna had to look at the reflection on the water of a fish, Matsya Yandra it's called. The a wooden fish was used to go around, and Arjuna had to look at the reflection of the fish on the water and shoot, and that's how Arjuna had won Draupadi. However, in this case, Krishna won the hand of Lakshmana by doing the same thing, but it was much complex yantra, and many kings had come and they couldn't even lift the bow, and thousands of kings did that, but nobody did. Nobody could even, shoot the arrow properly. And then Krishna just came and just shot the arrow, and Lakshmana really wanted to be Krishna's wife, and that's how Lakshmana became the eighth principal wife of Krishna. So these are the eight principal wives, and then they say that all they want to do, they were great queens, they were great princesses in their kingdom. But now, after marrying Krishna, the only thing they want to do is to be a servant of Krishna, just serve Krishna as much as possible. So they are all in the mood. So even though they are in Madhurya Ras, where it is conjugal love for Krishna, they still have a lot of the Dasya Ras, or the mood of a servant to serve Krishna. So that's what we find. Even though the Madhurya Ras is the topmost, all the other rasas are also involved. There is Dasya Ras, there is Shanta Ras, there is Sakya Ras, and that's Vatsalya Ras, and then there's Madhurya Ras. So Madhurya Ras are the wives and consorts of Krishna, including the gopis, but they have all the other rasas also there. So that's what we find. We learn from these wives of Krishna, and then did anybody know that the 16,100 wives of Krishna are the more exalted devotees than the eight wives? I didn't know that until I read this chapter. I was thinking the eighth wife of Krishna are the principal wives, so they are the topmost devotees. Well, the gopis are the topmost, but among the wives of Krishna, I thought the eight wives and Rukmini was the topmost. But according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the 16,100 wives are greater devotees. And guess why? It is because.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
because they were thinking of Krishna all the time when they were in the dungeons of Banasura and Narakasura.
Yes, that's a good guess. Yes, that so they all had just one story to say, because all the eight wives had different stories to say, but the 16,100 wives, just like Sri Hariji said, had just the one story of how Krishna had, liberated them from the dungeons of Narakasura. But that is, yeah, you can say that's one reason. But the main reason is they, so there was one person speaking for the 16,100 wives. Do you know the name of that one wife? Her name is Rohini, not the mother of Balramji, but this is another Rohini who is one of the 16,100. And she was speaking on behalf of everybody and said, yeah, our story is just this one, but we just want to be the maidservants of the gopis of Vrindavan. So, they had heard about the gopis from Uddhava, who we discussed in previous lessons, where Uddhava had come to find out about the gopis. Krishna had sent Uddhava. Uddhava learned a lot from the gopis, and we remember how Uddhava said he just wants to become the dust in Vrindavan so that the dust will touch the feet of the gopis. And all that he came and told all the wives of Krishna in Dwaraka, and these wives of 16,100 wives understand the position of the gopis, and they just want to serve the gopis as much as possible. So their mood is at a higher nature, because Krishna loves the devotees of his devotees, or people who want to be the devotees of his exalted devotees more than directly serving him. So, as Vishwanath Chakravarti says, these 16,100 wives is more exalted devotees. Okay, and then Then also there's we can discuss a little more about Swakiya and Parakiya. So Swakiya is those consorts of Krishna who are always with Krishna. The 16,108 wives are in Swakiya, and this is found in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Parakiya is the gopis. They never married Krishna. They are not spending time directly with Krishna. They only got to spend time with him when he was 10 years old. But they are greater devotees because they are in Vipralamba rasa. Vipralamba means love in separation, and Sambhoga and Vipralamba are the two modes. And in Vipralamba, there is more love for Krishna. So the gopis are the greatest. So after that, some great sages came to Kurukshetra. When all these conversations are going on, these big sages like Ashita, Narada, um, all the great sages came there, and Krishna really worshiped them and gave them served them, and was speaking such respectful words to them, showing us that how we should respect the devotees of the Lord. So when these great sages came, Krishna said that we all are coming to a place of pilgrimage, but even higher than coming to a place of pilgrimage is to just get the glance of the great devotees. So the sages, of course, they are humble. They are thinking, oh, the Supreme Lord is saying this just to teach others how to respect the sages. And uh, and then they were ready to go, and then Vasudev said, oh, we need to do a sacrifice, so that all us grahastas can get over this ocean of material existence. So there was a big sacrifice done by these sages, and Vasudev gave a lot of gold and cows and all that to the sages. And then it was time to depart, but they stayed there for 3 months, and Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men and women, they also were staying there because nobody wanted to leave Krishna. And then Krishna assured them that whenever you think of me, you can feel my presence. And then he had Nanda Maharaj and the gopis and the gopas all leave, and they all went back to Dwaraka. So this is a wonderful account of everybody meeting in Kurukshetra.
Dabuji made a mistake.
Yeah.
Dabuji, but how can the Vrajavasis go to Dwaraka?
Oh, sorry. I meant the Vrajavasis went back to Vrindavan. Thank you for catching that. Kali Yuga brain is so dull. I'm talking about Vrajavasis in Dwaraka. They never go to Dwaraka. They're always in Vrindavan only. But this one time they came to Kurukshetra and they met every devotee. So this is like the sadhu sangha of those time. All the devotees comes together. Okay. So that concludes that episode. And then the last chapter we'll discuss is 85th chapter. And the last five chapters we'll discuss in the next class, and we'll conclude the 10th canto. After next week, we'll be out for 2 weeks because I have to go for a work trip to India, and I'm hoping to go take darshan in Mayapur while I go. So please pray for my
Prabhuji, we have already visited Mayapur and Vrindavan. Yeah.
Haribol. So nice. I've never been to
We
Mayapur.
went to we went to Mayapur when it was like our birthday. TOVP.
Haribol. So when I come back, we should discuss about what all you saw. And
And Prabhuji, we are
yeah,
coming to US.
when?
16th of October.
Haribol. So I'll not be here, but but after a week, I'll be back. So that's great. It'll nice to have you all back here. It'll be so nice. Uh, yeah. So next time when we meet, you'll all be in Collierville. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
somewhere in Hollywood.
yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. That's such wonderful news. And so let's discuss this last chapter and then go to Kahoot. And then again, we'll meet again next week. If possible, you should all attend, and then that will conclude our 10th canto. And next time we all meet in Collierville, we'll start with the 11th canto. So this last chapter is about Krishna uh, i- instructs Vasudev and then retrieves Devaki's sons. So Devaki and Vasudev had six sons, and the six sons were killed by Kamsa. So once they came back to Dwaraka, um, Krishna and Balram were sitting, and then Vasudev and Devaki were having more reverential mood for Krishna, because from the sages and all the Brajavasis, they understood that Krishna is not a ordinary human being. He is the supreme personality of Godhead, and they were having a lot of awe and reverence for Krishna, and and Krishna then imparted the Vedic knowledge to Vasudeva, and then Devaki um, wanted her six sons back. So Krishna and Balram, they went to Bali Maharaj. Actually, Bali Maharaj is in Sutala Loka. And he went to Sutala Loka, and the six sons were there, and he brought the six sons back, and presented them to Devaki. And Devaki, out of motherly affection, her milk was pouring, and she fed all of them. And then the six sons went back to the they were exalted sages in the heavenly planet, so they went back there. They were the sons of Marichi, and they were cursed because they were ridiculing Lord Brahma. So because of that, they were cursed, and that's why they had to go through multiple lifetimes. They were the sons of Hiranyakashipu, and then they were killed by Kamsa. So many things happened, but then finally Krishna got them, and they got liberated. They saw their mother, and Devaki was happy that the sons are in a better place. And with that, we will end today's class. Are there any questions before we go to the Kahoot? And this Arjuna kidnapping
Prabhuji,
Sukha, we'll discuss the next class.
what is the name of the seven kundas which Parashurama created?
Samanta Panchaka. So we know Samantaka Mani is that jewel. This is Samanta Panchaka. Panchaka is the lakes. Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah, good attention to detail, Shreyaji. Very nice. Okay.
Prabhuji, can you please share the game pin?
Yes, yes. Okay. The game pin is 400080. So 4 followed by 3 zeros, then 80.
What? Where did it go? Still, I didn't got it.
So you can also scan this QR code if you don't want to type it in. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Is Sri Hari ji able to join?
1 minute, Prabhuji. Will join.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji, I think something went wrong in the phone that Sherry is using.
So both of you doing the same one.
No, you can't. Minute, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Hare. So, Shreya ji, are you going to join the middle school here?
No, Prabhuji. We are actually joined element.
Oh, you're in 5th grade?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, that's the last year of elementary. Yeah. So you'll be in the same school as Nimai. He is in 2nd grade there. That'll be very nice.
It is Sycamore. Sycamore.
Yes, in Sycamore.
Even now, we are in Sycamore.
So
Oh,
Ayana? Yeah.
She
What
is
about?
she is in middle school now. She's in 7th grade.
Yeah, she's our school is an elementary school, right?
so Aina was also in Sycamore, Prabhuji.
Yeah, before, yes.
Oh. The school.
Yes,
Aina didn't take this school.
they are very good. Very nice teachers and principal and so many. good things.
So actually, Shreya and Srihari are 9 years old. Prabhuji, there's some problem with this device. So I think both of them play with the same device.
Okay, we'll start.
Okay, I'll help you. That's okay.
Okay, the first question is, Where did Brajavasis, Dwarkavasis, and Hastinapuris meet? Dwaraka, Vrindavan, Hastinapur, Kurukshetra. Yeah, very good. In modern India, Kurukshetra is situated at Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana. Yeah, it's Haryana. Okay. Why did Krishna go to Kurukshetra in this instance? To wage a war, to fast and pray during solar eclipse, for sightseeing, none of the above. Yes. Very good. Who was one of the 8 wives of Krishna that Krishna married after shooting an arrow at a complex Matsya Yantra? Rukmini, Bhadra, Lakshmana, Satya. Yes, very good. Lakshmana. Who among Krishna's wife is or are more exalted devotees according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur? Rukmini, 16,100. Oh, you're so fast. Yeah, discussed why Acharya said like that. Okay, who was the speaker representing the 16,100 wives of Krishna? Rukmini, Rohini, Mitravinda, Kalindi. Yes, Rohini was representing the 16,100 wives. Krishna compared relatives as travelers meeting in journey, floating pieces of wood, trees, donkeys. Yes. True or false? Sages come to Kurukshetra and Krishna gave them a lot of respect. True or false? Yes, Krishna is teaching us how to respect the exalted sages. Okay, Krishna says says getting the great sages to see you is greater than visiting holy places. True or false? Yes. Second last question. Krishna went to Vrindavan after meeting the Vrajavasis in Kurukshetra. True or false? False. Very good. He went back to Dwaraka because he had duties. Last question for today. Where did Krishna get the 6 sons of Devaki from? Sutal Loka from Bali Maharaj, Indra Loka from Indra, Yamapuri. Oh, very good. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's me.
There were
That's you.
2 Shreyas.
That mistakenly gotten. It's
Yeah.
me. Again, this is me.
First prize goes to Shreya and Srihari ji, then Ayana ji. All of you did very well. Excellent. So both of you put your brains together and it worked so well. You got first place. Hare Krishna. So we'll meet again next week. And then we'll have a 2-week break. And I think that's good. We'll see you here then.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, it's so nice.
So,
Oh, yes.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
if you have some time,
Yes, Mataji.
so what is the school time, Prabhuji? It will be from
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the time.
elementary school also.
Yes.
Oh, no, because somebody told it starts by 7 a.m. So
No,
that's
no, no, no. That's like, that's high school. Even Ayana school starts only at 7:30, right?
oh, okay.
8:15.
8:15. Yeah, middle school is 8:15.
So I'm just a little like from when we came from there to here, it was a little time before they got adjusted.
Yeah.
This year they have gotten used to all the routines here, and now we are moving back. So that is why I wanted to check, like at least this transition should be smooth for them.
Yeah. So they've been before. They never went to Sycamore, right? Even for a year.
No, they were in preschool,
School. Okay. Okay.
and that time it was closed. That
Oh.
February, from
Oh,
February it was closed, right,
oh,
for COVID.
right. Right. For COVID. Yes. Yes. Uh, that's good. They'll get 1 year in Sycamore. They'll know what elementary school is like, and then they'll go to middle
So
school.
actually, they are 9 years old. So here they join fifth, but here in their class they are the youngest. They are all the others are 10 years and above.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I was thinking is let them join grade 4 there because anyway they will
Right.
be missed.
Oh. Okay.
That and then they'll get 2 years of elementary before they
Oh.
go to
Sure.
university.
Sure, Mataji. Yeah.
That okay, or they should join grade 5, Prabhuji.
Uh, I think grade 5 is a little high level, right? So what are your thoughts, Ayana?
I mean, there are some more like expectations.
Mm.
A little
Like the senior, you're the senior in the whole
Almost
school.
in the elementary, yeah.
and
Yeah.
if you do something bad, they'll hold that over your head. So like you're the biggest in the school and you're still doing this.
Mm. Yeah, but I think Indian syllabus is far more complex than here, so I think they'll have easy time. I think English, I think, is a little advanced because they have to do all these comprehensions and writing. And on the iPad, I think that would be a big difference. So, yeah.
So they will not have any
What?
notebooks to write on.
Mm,
It's all in the iPad.
iPad?
yeah. Each
We
one will
too
get
have iPad.
So both of them are asking, will we have to write in with a ink pen or pencil? So there's no writing at all there.
not so much writing, right? You do everything on the iPad, right?
So there's like this Lexia, which is like lessons in the iPad. So you will get an iPad to have for the year, and then you do like I think we did most of our work on there. Like
Mhm.
we only did the few things on paper.
My hand won't get dead.
Mhm.
My here and all writing.
Here the whole day is spent
Writing,
writing and
writing,
Yeah,
writing.
writing on the notebooks. That's why the handwriting
Writing
on
is very- Writing is a good exercise for your hand.
yeah. And now you'll
But
be
stress,
typing.
very stress. We have to write the whole 7 hours.
So comprehension, it will be like more summarizing what we have read like
Yes,
that.
yes, Mataji. Yeah. Um, so, what did you do in fourth grade in your?
Fourth grade. Oh, that's a bit hard to remember.
Long time ago.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, in the iPad you get like homework and all, right? Like you have to fill it and submit it before a certain.
oh, that was in fifth grade, but
Oh, okay.
on fourth grade they don't really expect too much. So like, just make sure you look at the schedule of the like. I don't know if they do that there, but
How many classes are there? How many classes?
I had only 2 in before.
What?
I might have made it 3.
How about social studies and science? Math and
Yeah,
English.
where are they?
No, so
Yeah,
one teacher taught math and science, and next teacher taught ELA and social studies.
Okay.
But I don't know.
ELA is the English.
Yeah.
What's tuition? Okay. That was a
So only English or you have another language like Spanish and
We have Spanish in higher classes.
let's
No.
listen.
Even now you don't do Spanish, right?
No.
Okay. Okay.
So only one language.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you do learn Malayalam in at home, right?
We already know Tamil,
Yeah.
Malayalam.
Acha Nama is always speaking Malayalam, so I just picked some up. So.
It's always and then yeah, you are.
They learned Mataji Tamil nicely.
Tamil?
Oh, they have to
That
learn
all
Prabhuji
easy.
here in the school. They have to learn both Tamil and Hindi.
Tamil we speak in local area.
Yeah, so it was a like still the transition was going on, and now you have to go back.
Yeah.
Only this year I felt like everything was settled and all that.
Yeah.
Here.
And I will be
So Prabhuji is joining direct or with as a contractor in FedEx or.
Prabhuji, yeah, Thiru Prabhu is with the Accenture now.
Accenture.
So not, yeah,
Yes.
so contractor, yeah.
Okay. Very good.
So
Oh.
now the kids classes, and we have the devotees from the neighboring areas also coming over to Memphis, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yeah. So Jackson, there are some nice devotee family. There is uh, yeah, Narangi Mataji and Nagarachandra Prabhu. They got initiated by Vaisheshika Maharaj, and then there's Ravi Shankar Prabhu, and then in Memphis also there are some very good devotees. There's Rekha Mataji, Poonam Mataji. They
Oh
so
my God.
so it'll be good.
So,
Uh,
like the like how often you all meet, Prabhuji?
So, like usually the Jackson devotees, they have a lot of every month there is a monthly book distribution at the Balaji store. So we meet there, and then sometimes there's Bhagavatam installation in different new devotees that we meet in these Sankirtan festivals, and so the congregation is slowly growing, and then so at least twice or thrice a month we meet.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, Hitesh Prabhu, he he's
He's
still
not
there.
here. He's I think now he's back in India. So
Okay.
he was in London for some time, and then he's setting up a goshala there near Delhi, 70 kilometers from Delhi.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
he's doing a nice
You are
service.
in contact with Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yes. Once in a while I speak to him.
That's nice. Prabhu. We watched the Onam drama.
Rama. Okay.
Ayana was Vamana Dev. I think so. The voice.
Yes, yes,
You
yeah.
were Prabhuji was the one. Bali Maharaj.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it was very interesting because my sister came from India, and then we went to Alachua. I had to go to Orlando, and
Alachua is nearby, yes.
yeah, so there I met a devotee, and I told him that I want to do this drama. So he sent the script. Then we just made it a little shorter. Still, it was like 20 minutes. Um, uh, it was good to because in Kerala everybody thinks of Bali Maharaj as a comedian, like a very fat guy, and but he's really an acharya of surrender. Nobody knows the real story, so we did that.
So that is what Srihari was asking.
Why
Ask your
do
question. Yeah. So this is like it is a celebration where Kerala in everybody invites Bali Maharaj, right?
Yeah, but
So
Maharaj is coming. They say he's went to Padala and he was kicked down by Vamanadev, and Vamanadev is like seen like a villain and all that. So all those things we wanted to correct. by showing what is the version from Srimad Bhagavatam. And every year it is said that, according to what they legend, it is said in Onam is Bali Maharaj is coming to see his citizens, and all the Keralites are Bali Maharaj's citizen kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is what I wanted to check.
Yes.
Prabhuji, actually, when we went to
Trivandrum?
Mayapur,
Yeah.
we actually got the Jagannath Danda from Jayapataka Swami Maharaj.
Very good. Very nice.
Almost like 20 times. 20 times.
Oh.
Matajis didn't see us. They were sending like, you didn't get, you go, 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 go. And
Oh.
then we got about like 15 to 20 times.
Oh, very good. Very good. So nice.
So,
Yeah. Exalted.
Jayapatra Maharaj Swami's a disciple
Of
Adidev.
the direct disciple of Adidev.
Wait, let me.
Adidev Prabhu.
No. So Adidev Prabhuji, he's based in Bangalore now. So he has this program for the children.
Oh.
Harmonic. What is Harmonics?
Harmonics
Harmonics Global
Foundation.
So where they have many programs for children. So when we came during the COVID time, so he had a Ramayana camp.
Oh,
so that got introduced. Then the next year it was Mahabharata camp.
Oh.
And then the following year it was all open. COVID situation was all okay. So then we arranged for a Mahayatra. So to Vrindavan,
Maya.
So then we went to Vrindavan, and the very next year it was Mayapur. So we could.
And very next year it is Kerala.
Okay. So this year he has planned for Kerala.
Oh.
We already
December.
went for my dance
That's
program.
okay.
We can go another time.
Okay.
Oh, you all went to Guruvayur? Or
No, we didn't go to Guruvayur, but we went to Trivandrum. Then
Chotanikara.
yeah, Chotanikara.
Yeah, we went to Padmanabha Swami temple. There was a dance program. My sister's daughter had performed.
I
And then in
performed it.
Chotanikara, even Shreya performed.
Oh, very nice. You're still learning Bharatanatyam? Very good. Ayana is still learning. She I have to take her to class soon.
Oh, okay. So which
There's a
dance?
teacher called Jayashri Kumar,
Uh-huh.
and she's close to the Costco here. So I drop her and then go to Costco.
Costco, okay. That's nice. So Shreya also has to join.
Oh, sure.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna. That's back. So nice to hear the good news. You're all coming back. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Aina. Bye.
Where is Nimai? Yeah, where is Nimai?
His mom is teaching him.
He's having exam or what?
No, he is a little behind, so he needs a lot of coaching from home.
Okay, he was
People.
absent.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay.